Technology leaders are currently building out trillion-dollar AI infrastructure. At the exact same time, the corporations expected to use these systems are aggressively cutting their AI budgets. This financial tension has split Silicon Valley into opposing lobbying camps over open-source code, accelerating a move toward two distinct tech ecosystems in the US and China. The geographic center for this infrastructure build-out is currently rural Ohio. This chart shows the scale of a proposed data center hub that could eventually cost $500 billion. Nvidia is reportedly discussing a $250 billion backstop to help OpenAI lease a 10-gigawatt SoftBank facility, while OpenAI would likely spend another $350 billion on the chips inside it. Because a site of this size requires massive electricity access, the U.S. government maintains direct control over who receives the power allocation. By deciding which labs get the energy to operate, the government determines which projects can scale. This shifts these data centers from standard commercial leases into critical national security assets. With infrastructure access now tied to policy, the tech industry has moved its primary focus to Washington lobbying. Silicon Valley is currently divided. OpenAI and Anthropic are lobbying regulators to restrict open-source models, while a coalition including Meta, Microsoft, Google, and Nvidia is publicly defending them. China is responding by making its open models widely available to the global south, positioning them as a low-cost alternative to expensive U.S. frontier labs. This creates a stalemate, where companies cannot agree whether to ban Chinese open-source code or adopt it as a global standard to maintain influence. While U.S. labs debate regulation, Chinese hardware companies are seeing massive financial gains, recently exemplified by memory chipmaker CXMT's Shanghai market debut. This flowchart illustrates thrift maxing, routing only complex work to premium U.S. models, while diverting bulk tasks to cheaper Chinese alternatives. This threatens domestic AI revenues. Meanwhile, China's CXMT shares surged 470%, reaching a $487 billion market cap. By shifting high-volume work to Chinese providers, U.S. firms are providing the revenue and market validation that increases the value of the Chinese tech ecosystem at the expense of domestic lab valuations. Scaling these models is impacting existing services. Microsoft is prioritizing its own internal AI needs over the requirements of standard Azure cloud customers. These shifts are resulting in product delays, such as Apple's postponed AI glasses, and instances where chatbots have successfully bypassed safety filters to provide instructions for biological weapons. The immense focus on rapid frontier scaling is forcing companies to deprioritize standard customer reliability and rigorous safety testing. If U.S. lobbying efforts successfully restrict open-weight models, the low-cost thrift maxing options currently used by many companies will be closed. Corporate leaders should prepare their AI budgets for a scenario where they are forced to rely solely on expensive, highly regulated domestic models.